You want a healthy, stable relationship. So why do you feel more attracted to the one who confuses you? I met someone who was consistent, clear, available, and I felt nothing. Nothing. But the one who pulled away, I couldn't let go. In this episode, I'm going to show you why calm, secure love can feel boring and why emotional thrill is not magical connection you're feeling. It's conditioning, baby. Because what you feel chemistry with is often what your nervous system is used to. It's what is familiar, that sense of familiarity. But in the same time, that sense, what feels familiar, doesn't mean it's good for you. If you've ever felt like I lose interest when it's too easy, I feel more drawn to avoidant men. Or I keep on, you look at your past few relationships and they all seem to be emotionally unavailable. You say you want the stability, but you don't feel it when it's there. If that's you, this is the pattern, and I have been there too. So let me share with you what I've learned the hard way so you wouldn't have to. Hi, my name is Magda. I'm Sunflower Guidance. This is Inspired State of Heart podcast when we talk about my discoveries and sharing with you what I've learned on this journey of self-healing throughout a divorce, a long-distance relationship, and few other, broken engagements that I broke. Actually, those engagements. Anyways, I've learned it the hard way. So listen to older sister Magda. And let me tell you, it has been quite a ride. Let's define first what's actually happening. Why those men, because we need to feel this thrill. Because we are romanticizing. We feel this butterflies in our belly. And when we don't have that intense chemistry, when we don't have that emotional thrills, the highs, then we say I don't have a chemistry with that person. Have you heard that sentence before? I don't have a chemistry with him. Well, but let's look into what that chemistry, what those actually butterflies in your stomach mean. Okay? Very often, I can just share you how it was in my case. Those butterflies, that chemistry, that connection, I realized that it was caused by the highs, the uncertainty, the almosts, because that emotional thrill that was creating the intensity. And that intensity, my body was reading as a connection. And then later on, I understood that it was actually trauma bonding, because this is where the trauma bonding comes in. When connection is mixed with inconsistency, attention with withdrawal, your system gets hooked. Not because it's healthy, but because it's activating something in you. Then when you look back at your maybe childhood, maybe you have been a victim of abuse when you were a child. Maybe it was mental, emotional abuse. Maybe it was sexual abuse. Maybe you had emotionally unavailable parents. Maybe you had parents where you felt like a parent to them because there was no emotional stability. There was no healthy, regulated environment when your emotions could grow. This is where this familiarity comes, when you needed to earn love from both or one of your parents, your nervous system got programmed in a way that those thrills is now being taken as something familiar. Like your brain literally just connects those dots and feels, ooh, that feels familiar, So then the safe love feels boring. Because when somebody comes to your life, someone who is actually consistent, who is clear, who is present, who is available, there's no spike, there's no anxiety, there's no guessing. And guess what? Guess what your system does and goes? Well, you feel like something is missing. Well, we don't have that chemistry. There's no butterflies in my stomach. It's good, but something is missing. Yet there's just no chaos, So what I had to face was this. I wasn't addicted to the person. I was addicted to the feeling, to the chase, to the uncertainty, to the fact of being chosen, to the thrill of showing off how I can make that person choose me. Because if that person chooses me, I'm so great about myself. The emotional swing. And until I worked on that, I kept choosing the same dynamic in relationship with men, just in the different forms. So if healthy love feels boring to you, if feeling at peace with a man feels like, boring, it's not because something is wrong with you. It's because your system is calibrated for chaos, calibrated to chaos. So what I want to offer you, So what I want to offer to you is a few practical shifts, something to look at to kind of gain the awareness, because when we have the awareness, that's when we can start working on it. So number 1, stop calling intensity chemistry. Ask yourself, is this calm or is it activating? Sit through the discomfort of stability, sit through it. Just hold on there. When it feels boring, don't run. Just stay, observe. Then number 3 is to track your attraction patterns. Who do I feel pulled to? And why? What is underneath the layers? Ask yourself that question why a few times. Dig deeper. There's nobody there to judge your answers, because you don't have to talk with anybody about it. It can be just you, yourself, and you. So be honest. The more honest you will be, and the deeper you're going to go, the more information you will gain about yourself. And then also practice regulating your nervous system daily. Slow your breath down. Teach it how to stay calm and how to read that steadiness and calmness, that it is safe, that it's here to stay, that this is the natural state, the state of calmness and peace. And then the next part is doing the deeper work. This is not just, working on your mindset, because this is the pattern, the nervous system, and also the emotional imprint. And this is where the real work begins. So you can choose, you can go through therapy, you can go and book yourself a pranic healing session with me. When we go deeper, I go through your chakras to see what is blocked and where and why. Is there any trauma that is hidden and that wants to come out? If you don't know where your block, when it comes from, then definitely the pranic healing is good. There are like family constellations. Really great technique, just depends who you're working with. Maybe I have a great I have a great facilitator. Her name is Karen, and she's amazing, very gifted. There are bars. Another friend of mine that was great. She's a great facilitator of that technique. So find a way that works for you to go deeper, to find those patterns so you can challenge them, test them, and change them. And the final word for me would be, let's end it with the statement, with the affirmation that you can keep on repeating to yourself. I don't chase emotional highs anymore. I choose what feels safe enough to grow. Once again, I don't chase emotional highs anymore. I choose what feels safe enough to grow. And if you're ready to shift this pattern at the root and get rid of it, there is a link in the description below how we can work on this together. I love you. My name is Magda. If you liked it, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Comment below what else would you like to hear about. If everything was clear enough, if I should go deeper on any level, let me know, and I'm here to serve you. So I'm happy to extend and record another episode about these thrills, because the truth of the matter is that the healthy relationship feels safe. It's about that safety and that peace that the man can give you. The true healthy masculine man will bring you peace, will bring you safety. In that peace, in that calmness, you'll be able to bloom and grow. And that's what I wish you with all my heart. And you also notice how big of a work you've done when you start being attracted to men that are bringing that peace into your life. You will know you're on a good road. It's not going to start with like the fireworks and, blow-ups, but it's going to start with the sense of utmost peace. Follow the peace and safety because you deserve it. I love you. See you next time.